What's going on, guys? Welcome to another exciting edition of the Chit Chat Show. As usual, I'm your host with the most, Dami, and today is the last episode of the Chit Chat Show. The channel is Conestoga Content Creators. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. As this is the last one, we promise it's gonna be very exciting because we have some things lined up for you. You know why I'm so excited? Because we're gonna be kicking ass in this particular episode. And today with me, I got a master of Jiu-Jitsu right here by the name Mr.
Howard.
Nice one. How are you doing today,
I'm
sir?
good. How are you?
Fine. So today we are going to be focusing mainly on martial arts, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which you're a master of. So can you give me a quick lowdown of what Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is all about?
Well, so the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is a skills like you can throw someone down and you can choke someone and you can do the submission to them. For example, you can break their arms and legs, but of course I don't suggest that you do in a reality. Yeah.
Okay. So if you have some questions for Howen, the channel is Conestoga Content Creators. Please tell him the kind of moves you would want to see, or anything like that. Anyway, let's continue. So, what's your inspiration? What made you start learning Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
So, before I learning the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I also learned like the Taekwondo, and Thai boxing and some the other martial arts. But then I found out, okay, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu probably is one of my favorite martial arts, and I found I can find so many inspiration from the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Then okay, probably, yeah, yeah.
Interesting. So, who's your favorite fighter right now?
You mean
martial arts as
UFC?
a whole. I mean, it might be UFC, might anyone, just martial arts as a whole.
Oh, so I like. Of course, my country's her name is Zhang Weili. So she is the first UFC champion, women UFC champion.
Wow.
Yeah.
And she's from China?
Yeah, she's from China.
Interesting. So, can you rank the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu belts for us?
So basically there have 5 different levels. The first white belt, blue belt, purple belt, brown belt, and black belt. There only have few people can achieve red belt, but only few of them.
So what belt do you have?
So I got the blue belt. I spent about 3 years to get the blue belt.
Okay, so are you? Is it safe to say that you're aiming for the red belt?
I will keep training. Let's see what we can get.
Okay, guys, we're gonna go on a quick break right now. If you have some moves or some question about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, again, the channel is Conestoga Content Creators. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also comment any of the questions you have for Howen. See you in a bit.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is a martial art and a combat sport based on ground fighting and a submission hold. It focuses on the skill of taking an opponent to the ground and using a number of techniques to force them into submission via joint locks or choke holds. Da Zhongfan is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner. He has something want to say to explain why he wants to train in USA.
Jiu-Jitsu gave me a purpose of life. Studying and teaching Jiu-Jitsu is my true passion. I even dropped my university back in China for Jiu-Jitsu.
There are a lot of women practicing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but compared to men, women are still a minority. Yuan Fan Hu will explain why she wants to practice Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the beginning.
My friend suggested me to try this sport for fun. After taking the trial lesson, I was intrigued by its techniques and decided to train it every week.
Paul is from South Korea. He trained Jiu-Jitsu in UK before, and now he's trained in Seoul. Paul will explain how Jiu-Jitsu changed his life.
Jiu-Jitsu has changed my life would be I feel a lot more confident because I feel like I could really defend myself in a bad situation, such as on a street fight or something. And it also helps me to maintain my healthy weight.
Unlike the normal people just use this way to relax themselves, Paul and Dazhong seem to have some future plans about Jiu-Jitsu.
Developing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as a future career might be the only way for me to live a meaningful life. I think I should get some medals in major events before retiring from the competitions.
I think I might consider opening my own gym if I get like a black belt or brown belt in the future. But Jiu-Jitsu to me is a long journey, so let's see what happens in the future.
To the normal Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner like Yun Fan, does she also have long-term goal about the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
In long-term run, I'd like to explore a more systematic way of learning Jiu-Jitsu, to emerge various techniques I learned and apply them inspiring.
From their conversation, it seems Jiu-Jitsu all changed their life and the way of thinking. Hope they can get better grade in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Come back, guys. As promised, Mr. Howland is going to be busting some moves, but not me though. We have a representative here, so he's gonna be showing us some techniques of self-defense, how to defend yourself if you find yourself in a very scary position or in a very weird position. Go easy on him, Sensei. Okay.
So I will show one takedown technique and one submission technique. So let's just, because I know everybody in front of our camera probably is a beginner, so I will just show some basic technique. So there is a very simple technique. I will cross his shoulder and cross his arm. Yeah, like a hug. Okay. And cross my finger like that. And then I will twist my body like ooh. Careful. See? Okay. Then I'm down on the ground. Then I use my whole body to support to support his body, and like that I can control his body, right? If I don't want to make him uncomfortable, I will just raise his arm like. See, it's very hard to breathe.
Okay, so
right?
what happens? What happens at that point when you bend? If you overextend
this is the position to control him, but there is no the other effects. So now I have to switch to side control. See, and then this is also a position to control his body, and then I can mount.
Oh, I don't want to be Prasad right now.
And so if in a street fight,
steal his wallet.
So if in a street fight, I can punch him. But he is very hard to punch me, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so sometimes he will use his arm to defend
himself,
right? So when he defend, use my arm here, this position, and while my arm this position, and I will stand, then twist.
Ooh, interesting.
And then
that is an arm breaker.
yeah, I think I will break his
So,
arm, but I won't do it.
Just to be sure, make sure nobody is overextending anybody's arm so you don't break it. This technique, you should not try it at home if you do not have proper guidance. This, I repeat, this is only for self-defense in dire cases. Thank you, Prasad, for coming on the show. We appreciate you. I hope you're good, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Thank you, Mr. Howland, for showing us some moves. Also, if you have some questions for Mr. Howland, the channel still remains Still Good Content Creators. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It has been a very, very wonderful ride with you guys. See you next time. Until then, my name is Dami.